Goedemorgen mensen, we zijn begonnen, 100% tuning gaat van start. Dit is dag 1, vlog nummer 1, zaterdag. Heel veel plezier met het kijken en like en abonneer vooral op mijn video. Ik ga er een mooie video van maken en ik zie jullie uit. Is that a subaru?
Hey everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
What? What the fuck? tears in his eyes yesterday.
Did you tear up yesterday? Burning. So Craig, welcome. Do you have a good time in Holland?
So far, the food's good.
I know the food's good. Craig, what was your job at the Fast and the Furious?
So essentially I was hired as a technical advisor only because they saw that car, the orange car was yellow at a show, so they started asking me questions, and they invited me to Universal and asked me about Japanese cars, and they decided that I could help them find the other cars and find companies to give them parts to build the cars and so forth. And so they hired me as a technical advisor, and then we would work together for a long time, a couple of months, picking out all the cars, commissioning cars.
Ja, jongens, hij had een hele dikke gele Supra die op meerdere shows bekend werd door Best of Show te winnen natuurlijk. Dus die auto werd bekend en hij werd gespot door Universal en die hebben hem gevraagd naar de studio te komen en al daar werd hij weer gevraagd om technisch adviseur te worden van de film. Dus hij heeft de auto's bij elkaar gebracht, de bedrijven die om de auto's heen draaien. In Amerika was de street racing scene toen de tijd al enorm. Alleen ja, de film heeft iets wat overdreven. Hij heeft wat maanden samengewerkt, wat jaren samengewerkt met de Fast and Furious 1. And you've met the actors, right?
Yeah, Paul was a car guy before I met him. He was in the muscle cars. He had a 66 Chevy too.
Paul Walker? Yeah, so Paul Walker displayed in the movie that he wasn't about American muscle, but he actually was.
He very much was. And then when he started coming out with just auditions, every week we did bring different cars, Acura NSX, Supras, BMWs, Audis, started getting into the tuner scene. And then he discovered the GTRs, the R32, R33, and R34. And that began a long love affair at Paul Walker with GTRs.
I actually think the GTR R34 is the king of all cars. I have I'll explain later. Question about Fast 10. It's coming up. I heard disturbing things about going electric. What do you think about Fast 10?
Well, you really should ask Chuck as well, but they're going to have an electric Dodge Charger, the new prototype that they're showing. They're going to have what is that, aerial atom, the evolution of electric, and they have the new DeLorean coming out. So that car's going to be on set. How much screen time it's going to get, I'm not sure. For me, I'm really interested in how they're going to do the engine's noises. You know, we're going to go like that American cartoon Ghetto, you know, it's not going to sound like a Henley, right? I'm going to go, oh my God. So yeah, I've worked in the automotive industry in one way or another for almost 40 years, but I've always been a car fan. I've been through about 40 cars in my life. Japanese, American, German, Italian. I went through those cars very fast. But.
And for the people, it's really, really unique that you're over here in the Netherlands. And the reunited situation with both Supras.
I haven't seen that car in 21 years.
Zo, dat was Craig Lieberman. Hier zie je wat kleine interviews van hem. Super vet dat hij gewoon vanuit Amerika erbij is gekomen. Hij gaat nog verder met de interviews. En ik ga jullie even verder laten zien wat er op deze show allemaal te doen is en te zien is. Zo jongens, en het is nu tijd om de car catwalk op te gaan. Om de auto's even te presenteren aan jullie allemaal.
Ja, en deze man die is lekker bezig. Tegenwoordig al vloggen. Probeert van alles al wat uit. Laat ook al het publiek meekiezen in wat wil jij doen met de auto. Wat vind je dat ik moet doen?
Precies, dat is het.
Of niet, hè? Daar sta je een beetje. De Dutch Car Guy.
Jongens, ik hoop dat jullie hem gezien hebben op de car. Het wordt morgen nog een dag. Geniet van 100% tuning. Ik hoop dat jullie het verhaal mee hebben gekregen. En iedereen hier. Thuis wat een gezelligheid, wat een drukte. Het is gezellig, jongens. En ik ben hier met Greg Lieberman. Voor de mensen die Greg niet kennen, dit is de technische adviseur van de Fast and the Furious. En daar zijn auto. En ik moet het nu even in het Engels doen, dus Greg, a pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure.
And the first question I want to ask you is, how was it to see your car back after 20 years?
So I'm not gonna lie, I shed a little bit of a tear because when I let go of the car, the movie wasn't very popular. So the car at the time when I took it to car shows like this, people looked at it and they hadn't seen the movie yet. And they said, why is that car so ugly?
Yeah.
Because the graphics are really strange at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. But then after the movie came out, I had already sold the car and I was on the Skyline GTR for 2 Fast.
Yeah, but you had the GTR and the Super for a little bit of time.
Yeah, a little time, but the GTR was black at the time, so it wasn't a movie car yet.
No.
So then I sold it and I moved on to the GTR, which again turned into the hero car for 2 Fast, 2 Furious. So I hadn't seen the car for a long time, the 20 years, and by 2005, people had stopped talking about Fast and Furious in the United States, and there wasn't really, Instagram didn't exist yet, Facebook didn't exist.
And that's a whole lot of difference if you see in Europe. We always talked about the Fast and Furious movies.
It's a there's a human condition called you want what you don't have.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that a lot of people from Germany like American cars, muscle cars.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, American muscle cars were not very good cars. They just went fast and straight line.
Yeah.
Me and a lot of car people like me, we always wanted European cars. We wanted Italian cars, the exotic. We wanted the German cars, BMW, Audi, Porsche.
It's just like the hype now that everybody wants a Skyline or a Supra in the States. But a Skyline, you can get a Skyline until 26, I believe.
It's a 25-year rule, so if you have a 1999, you can get them in 2024.
Yeah.
Because of that, and there was only 11,179 R34 GTRs ever made in all of history. 20% have been destroyed, lost in fires, floods, earthquakes.
Some are owned by Motorex. Tenminste, they are impounded by Motorex to make them legal in America.
That company went out of business in 2005 or 2006. So one of the guys who used to work there, his family actually owns an import-export company. They've done it for 30 years.
Yeah.
So now he runs Top Rank in the United States.
I love Top Rank.
They're their #1 importer of Japanese cars into the United States. I've known Sean for since 1998. He's the one who helped me and Paul Walker when we went into Motorex again in 2001, just before I bought it. 2000 before I bought my car, before he bought his car. So Paul and I were actually shopping for Skylines on the same day.
Yeah.
We went in there.
So we talk about Motorex, and if you see guys like Dustin Williams, TJ Hunt, they all go to Japan, to Motorex, and now to Top Rank to buy a Skyline now. Because in a year of time they can go to America and say, I want my car here. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Great for the people who are just now getting on the Skyline bandwagon, you know?
Yeah.
People who wanted these cars for a long time, like some of these YouTubers, TJ Hunt, Dustin Point, now that they're going to get their hands on the car.
Yeah, but they're expensive, dude.
I paid $78,000 US.
And that's far less than now. You pay for a Skyline, a good condition Skyline, like 500,000 euros.
Well, if you're buying something like a Nismo S-Tune or something like that, a special car or an M-Spec Nerd, something like that, you're going to pay $250,000 or so.
That's crazy.
But just the regular ones, the mediocre cars, are $120,000 to $150,000.
I love Skylines, but I have 2 kids at home for me, and I have a plan to go for a Statasia.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking, or I want the one with the RB25 in it, or the newer one with the V6, so I can convert it to an R35 GTR. So I really want to do, but hell is expensive.
I have a friend who's a girl, and her whole family has Skylines. Her son has an R32, her husband has an R33, and she has the Stadia.
That's really cool. That's a really family guy.
Yeah.
Family of Skylines.
But the Skyline, having owned the Skyline, I had that car for about 2 years. It's a great car, but I moved on to exotic cars.
And do you know where the Skyline now is?
Yes, I do. It's on the East Coast of the United States in a private collection.
Yeah.
I would like to say the guy's name, but he asked me not to.
No, and you're not going to use it on your YouTube channel, because I follow your YouTube every day. So
He's only on Instagram.
Oh, really?
He runs a place that repairs skylines.
I would love to see the car back in the condition.
Look like the same way. It's black, it's stripped, and none of the
Really? Now, I didn't like the muscle car stripes anyways. I liked the silver, but the stripes, I was all, yeah, why?
Have you seen it when it was blue?
Yeah, I have seen it with how you build it. I loved it. I really loved it.
Yeah.
And then they did it for the movie like that. I was like,
I literally, when the car came back off the truck, the next day it was at the paint shop. It was sanded down to bare metal, and it started all over again. People were telling me, why are you changing a movie car? I said, number one, I don't think the movie is going to be anything like Fast and Furious, the original one. It just didn't give me that vibe. And number two, I wanted the car for me. I wasn't into the movie car collecting or anything. I wanted the car my way.
Yeah. So you could say it wasn't a movie, but a build of my own again.
Yeah.
Greg, I really appreciated that you wanted to answer some questions of mine. So, jongens, Greg Lieberman voor mijn YouTube kanaal. Greg, thank you.
My pleasure.
You so much.
Thanks so much. I hope to see you. When the car was built. So if I was doing it today, it would be very different.
Yeah, but this is the era.
Well, not only that, but some of the stuff with how the turbo is done. Most people angle the turbo on a 2GZ because the turbo is also very close to the water neck.
Greg, let me tell you a little bit about my car. I own a 2007 Subaru Impreza 2.5 liter turbo, but the reason why it's special to me is because it's an honor to my dad. My dad passed away 2 years ago.
Sorry.
On the illness, I don't know how to call it, but it's called ALS. It's a nerve sickness. My dad, yeah, it's exactly. My dad went from a guy who was working every day to how we call a kastplantje. At that point, he couldn't do anything anymore. He was a chef, and so my dad always encouraged me to go to the dream that I always had. I drove a Subaru GTT as a test drive when I was 18, and I never forgot the feeling about that car. So he always told me, just do it, just do it. He passed away in 2020, and a year later I bought a car. And the first day I had it, I did a little sticker on it with "Dad always rides with me." He's always with me. That's the car. I really want to know your opinion on my car.
Well, I love the color because my car is pretty much the same color.
Yeah?
My R35, I just had it rewrapped.
Oh yeah? Really?
Yeah. I think it's the same color. Is it 3M?
Yeah, it's 3M. And
deep space.
Yeah, the YouTuber Beers for Beeld. He had this car on his R34, R35 conversion. So I got a car from him. So here's that's my dad. Hier deze show weer lekker veel te bieden. Veel mooie custom auto's, veel mooie shows. Nou, het ziet er weer goed uit allemaal. Het ziet allemaal in niks. Het niveau van de auto's vind ik persoonlijk wel weer top. Het is echt, als je het ziet, prima show. En ook wel eerder dat ik dit jaar zelf mag staan.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Well, Greg, you know, it has to happen. Doesn't fit you, but can you sign in front of the Supra?
Sure. I want to do this.
Can you try here?
There?
Yeah.
I'll try it white.
Hi, joh, allemaal eens rustig. Thanks so much, Greg. I'll speak to you in a little bit.
Okay.
Zo, voor mij was dit het jongens dag 1 van 100% tuning. Ik hoop dat jullie deze video leuk vonden en het interview met Greg Lieberman. Ik zal morgen nog even proberen of ik nog wat vragen aan hem kan stellen. Even kijken hoe druk hij is. Voor nu is dit hem. Like en abonneer je vooral op mijn YouTube kanaal. Onder de uitlaten door. Dus like en abonneer je vooral op mijn YouTube kanaal. En ik zie jullie bij de volgende jongens. Naar dag 2 van 100% tuning. Laters!